brought in as minors.
Okay.
The speakers up here are used for the music with very loud music to be piped down. Everything's controlled. The lighting, whether or not there's lighting, whether or not there's is all controlled by the interrogators as a weapon to break down.
What type of music did it listen to?
We've heard accounts of a variety of different kinds. Very, very loud, heavy metal, hardcore rap.
Something that's offensive to their religion.
Something that's offensive to their religion.
Rage Against the Machine.
Rage Against the Machine.
Offensive to everybody. Heavy metal country.
We did hear actually from interrogators right, because Airmore just recently created a something called standard operating procedure, and interrogators who were at Abu Ghraib said that they were utilizing a variety of different kinds of music. But that's an interesting film, which you guys might be interested in, because it gives some information about the actual situation at Abu Ghraib, which was ghettoized. So it was a phrase that they used when they were determining what kind of interrogation was there.
And they do get a toilet.
They do get a toilet. This is the kind of cell that you would be in for between 22 and 23 hours a day, for days at length. They would also receive their Quran, something very nice, although we do have evidence that were and there's a variety of other that have been captured by these models.
Is there any data on mission rates?
We do have a large number of allegations of that, and that information comes from attorneys who generally are pro bono counsel who have not had the opportunity to speak with their clients who are detainees and who have alleged sexual humiliation. There's a database that is in terms of put together of allegations of torture and mistreatment.
Can I get you to stand over here? Yeah. So you're not that.
Any suicide attempts?
Yes,
Something about that, right?
there have been a number of suicides.
I'll let everybody.
Everybody. 120 hanging gestures. 110 reports of harm or suicide in 2005.
I don't want to.
41 prisoners.
Go in.
So,
I want to go in.
Give you a preview before you go in.
23 that tried to strangle themselves.
See those toilets on there? Yeah. I'll be over there.
23.
That's my deal or use it? That's probably
21 was written off as getting gestures.
All right.
Categorized.
Okay, I'll do that.
We should go. There's a line building up here.
Boy,
It's a popular
it's
track.
fun here,
That
and
will
you know,
confirm that it is fun.
where Guantanamo is actually hotter than DC.
Exactly. That's one of the techniques. Is extreme cold, extreme heat are both used.
Wow.
You're saying this is the actual size of the
Yes,
cell?
this is a replica of a Camp 5 maximum security cell at Guantanamo.
Despite the fact that we've seen cells bigger than that,
Sorry?
we've seen cells much bigger than that.
This is a replica of a Camp 5 cell. So there are other kinds of cells within Guantanamo. So this is
Okay, so
specifically a Camp 5 maximum security cell.
maximum security.
This is like the extreme case.
It's not an extreme case. This is across the board the Camp 5 maximum security cells are this size. And you're right, the cell in and of itself is not a horrible thing. What we're arguing is that to be held in this cell for up to 22 to 23 hours a day for months, years straight, without access to a fair trial, without access to the evidence against you, and to be subjected to mistreatment and torture is a violation of human rights.
And of course we should disregard their victims who weren't given their rights either before they became victims.
Everyone has a right, has human rights, and we believe that because we know that there are innocent people at Guantanamo, that the U.S. government has in fact admitted this, that we need to try these people to find out who is in fact guilty, put the guilty people away, and send the innocent people home.
You read the news this morning that one guy who was released recently blew himself up in Mosul and took several people along with him.
Yes, sir.
So you understand that there's a danger
I do understand
of
the danger,
releasing
and that's why
him.
we believe that they should be tried to find out who is in fact dangerous. Look at the evidence, as our criminal justice system has done successfully for centuries, and provide them with what is a human right.
But like I said, there's been at least 3 who've been released who have gone on to commit other terrorist acts.
And we don't
So our justice system isn't perfect. Is that what we tell the victims of those people?
They did not receive fair trials.
Oh, they didn't.
No, sir.
But they were released,
Yes.
so they were innocent.
I did not release them, sir, so I can't answer that question. But
Justice system that's messing up then. If they were released, but they weren't screened properly, then it's not Vietnam. It's the screening process.
we also know that for particularly the gentleman that you mentioned, who's a Kuwaiti detainee, he had no prior involvement with any kind of terrorist activity, according to our government and to the Defense Council and to a variety of other sources, prior to going into Guantanamo.
Okay, so the story is going to be that we made him a terrorist by putting him
held there for 6 years, and
Yeah.
he was tortured. He had
How did I
broken
not see
bones
that
through
coming?
interrogation techniques and so forth.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that is an excuse. I'm not saying that should defend the action, but I am saying that what's happening in Guantanamo is not making us safer. And what we need to be doing is actually finding who the guilty people are and trying them, and then going out and finding more guilty people and
Well,
trying
you
them.
can't really say that Guantanamo hasn't made us safer with no evidence to the contrary, can you?
We have evidence that it has made us safer.
So
We
they
know
could
that
have
we've spent resources and we've violated human rights in Guantanamo in a situation that has allowed other countries to defend human rights violations because of our actions.
But you have no proof that we're not safer because of Guantanamo. You made that
We
statement
have no proof
without...
that we are safer. What we're saying is that everyone has the right
Right.
to basic human rights protection.
But we haven't been attacked for 6 or 7 years. So who's to say that Guantanamo isn't making... I have better evidence than you do, apparently.